So we're here getting ready for the IBO in, I guess where are we at? Franklin, Pennsylvania. It's hard to find on a map. Oil City is, I guess, a little bigger town. I'm here with a couple of my regulars. Emily, my wife, Kaylee Johnson, are practice partners. We always try to meet up and shoot. And then we're joined by Mike. He's from upstate New York. He's new to this stuff. He's been shooting for a couple years. Hit me up on Facebook, wanted to try to shoot around with us, maybe pick up a couple pointers. So we're just out here trying to have a good time before the round tomorrow and get some target shot. $1999, I want to say, was the first year. 1999 or 98 was the first year I ever shot any national events, ASA, IBO. I ran into Danny Evans at a NABH event. We shot together, we had a good time, had fun, and he was telling me about these other big tournaments, other national tournaments throughout the United States, the IBO, the ASA, he called them. He said they're the biggest they get, because I was like, well, what's the next big tournament? And he was like, well, you should go to those. So I hadn't heard of them before, and we went to one of those, and we had a blast traveling together. We went to Gainesville, Florida, ASA event, and then followed that up, I believe, with a tournament in Bedford, Indiana, which was the first leg of the IBO. So that was the first IBO I went to, and I was pretty much hooked. From there, me and Danny tried to make plans to travel all over the United States, and we were young and just saving our money and shacking up, trying to see, whoever shot the low score had to sleep on the floor, and that's how we did it, man. That's how we started. It's awesome stuff. 7-8.
We shot 7-8 total.
So if this is Danny Evans, this is who I was talking about. This is the guy that kicked my butt at the turkey roast. We used to travel everywhere together.
Yeah, it's me.
And then I replaced you.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks for the warning.
That was fun for a while.
Then the next year is when I had to make that decision of what I was going to do, and I decided I was going to try to turn professional and shoot archery. And I gave it 1 year of training, and then I went professional, and I ended up winning a few tournaments that season as my rookie year. But it was just a great experience, great season. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Owe a lot to my parents. So amazing people. Without their guidance and without them leading by example, I don't think I'd even remotely had an opportunity to succeed in this game. I worked for my dad. He owned a construction company with his brother, and my dad was a perfectionist, perfectionist. Amazing work. He does a great job, and by far, probably the best integrity in a person I've ever seen. He taught me how to work for anything I wanted, and that's the only way you're probably going to get it. Not necessarily teach you how to get what you need, what you want, but just if it's really something you want, it's going to take some work. And on top of that, working for him was a great experience, working with your dad. But growing up, as I get older, you learn why, things happen. Man, I just remember thinking, this is good enough. I did a good enough job. And his name was on the business too. So it's I realized that good enough hardly ever was good enough. It just taught me to literally do your best. Always do the best you can. That's the only thing you should do. And if you fail, there's no shame in failure, but there's a lot of shame in just being lazy. There's a lot of shame in not, being the best you can be. There's not a lot of shame in not trying as hard as you could, or preparing as hard as you could, or doing whatever you could of to try to put yourself in a position of success in order to be successful. And that's really part of, I think, the puzzle for me, as far as like, if I was missing that piece, this job would have drove me nuts. Because it's always a grind, always.
I had a big lead, so that helps. That helps a lot with nerves. But these guys behind me, that anything can happen. I didn't really know how anybody was going to play it the first, but just didn't want to make a mistake, and it worked.
If Dan McCarthy shoots a 10, Chris Hammond will win this based off a bonus race.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, it's a rule change this year. For Dan McCarthy, he has got to go for that 12. I mean, he's got to go for the 12.
He's going to bear down and try to 12 this thing. This is huge right here. Bonus ring to win.
And for 2 wins in a row. He went for the 14. Oh, did he pull that line? That is so close.
Wow, he pulled it. Unbelievable. He got it. That is as close as you like it. That was won by a hair, Dan McCarthy.
He's holding pretty good there.
He's holding. Is his number right? Oh!
That's professional archery right there.
I see your 14.
Yeah. What a great fist pump, great shot from Dan.
Great
McCarthy
shooting.
right
Congrats
there.
again on another big win. You're awesome out there, buddy. Good 10.
And, oh yeah.
Yep, just
10.
right of the 12.
Just right. That
He's going to be your
is-
champ with 500 points.
Feels as good as 1 or 2 or 3. Man, each win on its own, it's a good feeling. I mean, that's what we come out here and try to do. It's rare that your practice, your game plan, and your execution actually, culminates into a win. So each one you get, it's pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, Dan, we talked about your consistency. We talk about all the variables with the wind and the weather, and you just don't make many mistakes. Danny's already won Shooter of the Year this weekend for his consistent effort. He's going to win the Classic with this arrow right here. 10 points it is.
It is 10 points, but that was a bit nervous,
That's
to be honest
okay.
with you.
That's
But he
okay.
caught it half shaft in.
Smashed it. Good for Dan.
No
That's
problem.
Dan, I've talked about your consistency since we've come on air, and only shooting 10s all year, and all the arrows we shoot with all the judging and all of the circumstances, you don't make many mistakes. And I tell you what, you hit some big arrows. You hit them when you have to. I've said that before. Your consistency shows. Clean sweep with a Shooter of the Year and a Classic Championship. It's a pretty special weekend for you.
Yeah. Oh man, and just to finish off, finishing winning all 5 of the last 5 of the year.
Yeah.
It's just that's one of the best streaks I've ever had in my whole career, and it's in 18 years. It's saying something. I've won 5 one other season, but this season felt super special.
I think learning just to enjoy the moment is something I'm really trying to do better at as I get older and shooting this stuff. Win or lose, I find that I enjoy the work towards a loss almost as much as I do the work towards a win. It's just doing it anymore. I've found better passion in the work instead of the result. The reason I do this still to this day is because of the people. I mean, I've never been around thousands of people that are just good. I fell in love with that, with everybody and the relationships that I built and established. And I really look at coming to these events as coming to see friends and family and just a great group of people. And above and beyond that, I get to compete. That's the stuff that I love about this sport anymore. It's just the family that I've created and end up having around me at these things. I'm Dan McCarthy, and this is the Elevation Pro Series.